Hello, and welcome to Beyond Reality for this weekly forecast. Does anyone want to take a potion with me and come down this rabbit hole? I picked up this cute little potion bottle from Alice in Wonderland when I was over in the States recently. And for those of you that are just joining us or new to Beyond Reality on Beyond Mystic, I'm Solreta and I am a psychic who works doing oracle readings and tarot readings. I work more with the galactic side of things and spirit guides and really attuned to the higher dimensional and mystic frequency realms. So in a session with me, I love to do beautiful aura drawings. So I draw exactly what I see around my clients. Color to me is another language that translates into emotion and various different things that spirit gives me. We also have a look into cards in my sessions as well. So we really like to look into the aura, which is the quantum field with my client, then talk to spirit, then confirm with cards and answer all of your different questions. So I know that I'm talking to a lot of our soul family here that have already had sessions with me. But for those of you that are new, you can go onto my website, solreta.com, and just like the ticker says below, just use Beyond Mystic in all caps to receive 10% off. And I would love to see and chat with you guys over there. And please remember to like, share, and subscribe to Beyond Mystic. So many beautiful up and coming events and shows that are happening on Beyond Mystic and over on Rumble. So make sure to check them out. We have the girls doing their readings as well. And I love to see the synchronicities between all of us reading and what comes up. It really helps to give a lot of guidance for the week. So first card that I have today, I was drawn to pick out of the Sacred Geometry deck, and it is this one here, the Oracle deck, and the card that we have is Luna and the Volcano. So this is kind of about expect change. And it's interesting because I was tapping in and asking spirit, what is it that we need to expect this week? What is it that we're feeling? And I don't know about you guys, but there's like a lot of anxiousness that I've been feeling this week in the collective. And I've even noticed in my readings lately that we've shifted from more kind of like the witch trial persecution into a lot of like otherworld realities starting to bleed through. So I do feel and experience a lot of timeline changes is what we're currently going through. So I would say definitely expect a few timeline jumps this week. It might feel like you're going one direction, then all of a sudden another thing will pop up. So it really is about coming back to yourself, holding your core. And we see with this too, the lunar energy with the moon at the top and the volcano. And we know that the volcano can be something that, is a buildup of emotion. And with the moon, it sometimes will expose things that are perhaps hidden or below the surface. So we could expect to see some big change and some events that might be quite surprising. But it's to really feel into the present in between these kind of like eclipse changes. And we've got the eclipse coming up too on, I think it's the 20th of April. I think it's in Aries, perhaps. Let me just check that for you guys. Yeah, so we have that in Aries, and that will be on the 20th of April. So this is also about like karmic portals and things like what we're moving towards. So we may see like a really, really huge shift. And I just had the Kabbalah card fall out as well, which is like the tree of life. So really important to maintain like your frequency, your energy at the moment, why things are being restructured. So really interesting with the Kabbalah tree of life too. It's also about not getting pulled to the left or the right, but maintaining that inner path, which is the path of the mystic. It really is being open to spirit leading us. And what I'm also seeing at the moment is a lot of distraction. So even like with things happening in mainstream and also things happening in I guess alternative as well, there's a lot of like distraction, a lot of like look over here. What spirit was really saying to me this week is really to tune in. It's like the more that we're getting outward distraction and things, the more to tune in. So let's have a look into the cards and see what the cards say this week coming up. I'm just using the Thoth deck here, and we're just going to get a message for the week ahead. Okay, they're giving me 4 cards. We might even use the Alice deck again today as well, because that's a lot of fun. And thank you for the like, shares, and subscribes. And just showing you guys, because you guys know that I like to read this way, where I feel into the deck and we use psychometry. So just feeling into this. Okay, I do see that influence of the moon strongly kind of like influencing the change in different things. And I do see the influence of like karmic portals and things. I'm actually being shown, it looks almost like an earthquake or like a, how would you say, like leveling out or land. But what I'm actually being shown is some people running to one side and some people running to the other. So there could be some kind of thing that comes up where, you know, it separates people, or people sort of go, oh wow, I need to like be in this camp, or I need to like, you know, be around these groups of people. So we may see some more shuffling when it comes to friendship circles and things like that. We may see some people exiting, and you may even feel yourself being drawn towards new kind of like karmic relationships, or ones that are more kind of like suited to your soul frequency. So let's have another feel into this. The other thing that I'm also feeling is just how important it is to kind of be around your soul tribe right now. And I'm just sort of feeling and seeing like all these little networks going out. So do make sure to be around your soul tribe and to support each other during these times that we're going through. So let's flip these over. This is interesting. Okay. So we do see Five of Swords energy. This is the card of defeat. It also represents kind of like mental conflict and thoughts and things feeling stuck. It feels like you're almost at a crossroad with the energies coming up for the week. There is change coming, so please breathe. You know, check out, I've got free meditations and things on my website. I'm also a teacher over on Insight Timer. So please make sure to like breathe this week, really important. It is positive change. This Two of Disc can feel like you're juggling a lot. It can feel hard to know like where to put the energy, you know, what frequency to you know, not be bombarded with. But with this Two of Disc, it's Capricorn and Jupiter. So everything happening and changing for us is for our own good. And I mean that in the lighter side of things. The other thing I've been shown this week in my readings for you guys and the collective and individual clients is a lot of energy to do with, you know, things trying to distract us. But yeah, not necessarily like the bad side of things. It's almost just like this busyness come up. The other thing that I did see, which was interesting, was, and maybe it's to do with the karmic portal energies come up, I did sort of see, hear, and feel darker energies trying to rear their head. So if you guys are experiencing anything to do with like entities or anything to do with interference, make sure to like double down on like your cleansing, your protection. All of these things are really, really important, especially moving towards eclipse energy, because this eclipse energy will set about 6 months of change that is going to come through. So what we see with these, just to recap, with the Five of Swords and Two of Discs, we then jump through to a brand new beginning. So this is literally like where our feet hit the ground. So what is it that you're birthing for this week? Really know the outcome of what you want to birth, because at the end of this, we have the Wheel of Fortune. So you guys need to get your ducks in a row. You need to get your stars in alignment. Do not lose sight. Do not become distracted with external physical representation of reality. We need to shift beyond reality to go into like what your soul is meant to be birthing on this realm. So let's just get some clarifying cards here. And I feel to use the Star Tarot. So we're just going to use these guys as some little clarifiers. And whilst we're getting some of those, I just want to share with you guys as well, 50% off the reboot for Beyond Mystic Academy. So 50%, if you guys use the reboot code, so reboot 50 in all caps, will get you 50% off courses and workshops. And there's so much value that is packed into that. It's only we've only got 3 days until April the 13th. So please make sure to use the promo code reboot 50. There's tarot courses by Janine and Julie, whether you want French or English, and, you know, so many other amazing courses in there from JC and the girls, Penny Kelly as well. Yeah, I think you guys will really like that. All right, so let's pick the second round of cards, clarifying with the Star Tarot. Interestingly, I feel like with this, it really is the emotions that are being hit at the moment is what Spirit is showing me. So with this distraction and things, it might not look like a normal like information kind of distraction. It might be about like being emotionally hijacked or feeling like emotionally triggered and things. So really important to kind of like hold ground when it comes to this. Let's see what we have with the cards. Yeah, Knight of Cups and Eight of Pentacles, Prince of Wands, the Hanged Man, and Nine of Cups. So definitely a lot of like emotion energy is what we're seeing. That's why I love to read with the cards face down, because we really get the message first from Spirit, and the cards are just clarify as to what Spirit is saying. So we do see things trying to come towards us with this beautiful Knight of Cups. With this as well, the Eight of Discs coming in, this is Virgo and Sun energy. So you guys have planted the seeds long ago. Do not let yourself be distracted where you forget to water the seeds to what it is that you're bringing forth and what you're manifesting into this realm. Prince of Wands, please make sure like any old thought forms or negative beliefs in that to clear them out. Some of you guys are stuck as well. So the Hanged One, this is where you feel like so on the verge of change and inspiration. And it's like everything that you want is on the other side of this like little veil. What is happening at the moment is there's almost kind of like a trickery of the mind that we think that we've hit a wall, but we're right at that last little snap back before change comes. So we have Nine of Cups coming up, which is hope. So please do things this week that are going to induce hope, that will induce happiness. Watch a lot of comedies, listen to stand-up comedy. Anything that's going to raise your frequency, raise your vibration is of utmost importance at the moment, especially with some of the darker things that are trying to sideswipe or sidetrack people. Really, really important with this. So it's a beautiful message. This for me is also a Pleiadian energy and frequency. So I definitely would be tuning into Pleiadian energy that's around. The other thing they're just mentioning with the fortune card again, we also see Sebek, the Egyptian crocodile god, kind of protecting and keeping things down in the underworld and in the underrealm. So you guys need to focus on this star frequency and getting it into alignment with this. This is what I call kind of like a sweet spot. So we really want to open up, set the tone for this, get into that sweet spot. So like with all your meditation and things like that we mentioned before, this will really help you guys to pull through. And I can't stress enough how important it is at the moment to lean on each other with this. So yeah, really, really super important to reach out to each other. Follow people that are going to inspire you. Let's have a look in what the Alice deck also says for this week. Okay. I can just smell my beautiful candle that Elena gave me as well, the love candle. It just, yeah, really beautiful in the background. So I'm just feeling into the energy of these cards. And what I actually feel from this, it's so funny because I can feel all the frequency and energy from our collective. So do feel and connect and meditate in with this beautiful Beyond Mystic family that we have here. I actually feel we're all kind of like holding like a little huddle circle at the moment. It's almost like, with the mountain energy that we had with Luna and the volcano, it's almost like we're forming this beautiful protectiveness around our soul frequency and around the group. So let's flip the cards over and see what we get. So we have Four of Cups energy. Now, this is known as the card of luxury in one of my decks. What this also represents, it's interesting we're talking about sort of illusion and distraction and different things, because Three of Cups is usually traditionally the man under the tree. He's just like fixed and focused looking on the physical. The change is happening on a spiritual level. And that's what we're going to see happen more this week. So if you guys are meditating and you're shifting in frequency and you're moving and merging higher and higher, you guys will feel it. So it might be a subtle change. It might not be this big, huge change on the physical, but Spirit is really encouraging us to get out of the way of the storm as well, because that's what that card also represents for me. With this 4 as well, it's our foundation kind of being like challenged and shaken up a little. With the Spheres card, this is a 3 of Wands. So, or 3 of Swords, sorry. So with this 3 of Swords, it is where I said before, like it trying to impact on the heart and the emotion will be where we're getting sort of distracted from anything from the darker side of things. It will try and be like a pain point, pushing like your finger into like a bullet wound. So know your pain points, know when you're being triggered, know when the carpet is being shaken up to try to trip you over, have a remedy ready. So whether it's to remove yourself from a situation, to go into nature, or to be like, that's it, I'm going to get my game on in terms of meditation and things. We then have the Knight of Hedgehogs. So this is a Knight of Discs. I would say this is about forming like new practice, having a look at what's coming towards you on the physical as well. And then we have a 10 of Flowers, which is a 10 of Wands. It's the card of oppression. It's the Sagittarius energy. And, you know, we might be trying to look for meaning in different things and why we're sort of being held back and being oppressed as a collective humanity in general. With this 10 of Wands, the message that it gives to me is not to be distracted by the outward, not be distracted by what the, I guess, the powers that be, we'll call them that, have to be careful what we say on here. It really is, yes, that exists, that is out there, but it's trying to distract me from coming within. So my biggest message this week is ignore the distraction, come within, feel the support of all of us around. I love you all so much. And I just, if any of you need a session, I do have my bookings available. There are a few spots that you will find every now and then. I definitely know for all of my clients, I just had one client the other day, and I think she'd been waiting since December. And she's like, I can't believe the divine timing. Like everything is amazing. I really needed to see you like literally on this time. So do know, even if you're booking in advance, that divine timing always works out with this. So please remember to like, share, and subscribe also on our Beyond Mystic family to make sure that you are up to date with everything happening in the world of woo and alternative I guess, media and things that are going on, and especially to do with like silver and things at the moment as well. And make sure to check out our beautiful divine oracles. And I love you all so much. And I look forward to reading for you guys again next week. Au revoir.